even though it's raining words, telling you how I feel.
Ladies and gentlemen, Namibia Africa, my name is Adore, and I would like to welcome you to a brand new edition of a new episode of the Eintlike Vibe. Welcome, and today I'm really excited because we're bringing a little twist to the show today. It's something we have never done before, so you better stay tuned to see what's coming up for you in this episode of the Eintlike Vibe. He is the turntable king, I think one of the best that Namibia has ever seen. Welcome to the Eintlike Vibe, DJ K-Boss.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming.
It feels good to be here.
How you doing?
I'm fine. It feels weird.
Weird?
I'm usually at the back.
On this side of the camera.
Now I'm here with you.
Well, it only happens on the Eintlike Vibe. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may know, he calls himself the turntable king.
Yeah.
Because I think he is.
No, I am.
Yeah?
I think I've earned my stripes.
When did the DJ career start for you?
For me, music has been there since I was a kid, you know. And I think I started falling in love with DJing because at home we weren't allowed to watch TV. So we basically moved to radio, you know, and listening to the radio DJs talk, you know, and then they would bring in these disc jockeys and they would spin the turntables, and I was like, wow, that is so cool.
I mean, and then radio was very different. Now they do like the live DJ right there,
you
right?
have to, there was no pre-recorded cutting and what. You have to be in studio and you have to mix live, and it was so amazing seeing that. And I think I destroyed my dad's needles because I thought every turntable is the same. I didn't know the specific one.
Oh my God.
So here I was scratching things and damaged.
Yeah. But well, that is where the dream was born.
That's where the dream was born.
You are not from Namibia.
No.
You are fully Kenyan.
100%. Born and bred.
So you don't even want to be Namibian at all, like.
No,
you can just be Namibian most.
I love Namibia. You know, I have some Namibian blood in me. You know, it's there. You know,
it runs through your veins.
It runs through the veins, yeah. And I'm one of the few who's privileged, you know, to come from different cultures, come from a Kenyan culture, be embraced into Namibian culture, and manage to blend both of them and understand how it is to be that multicultural person, you know, when you're in different territories.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. I really want to know from you, DJ K-Boss, what has your impact been in the music industry in Namibia? Because, I mean, you're not just a DJ, you are a producer as well.
Yeah.
And you recently released your album, and I don't know, what does this guy really want to do? Does he want to just be a DJ or producer?
No, you know, firstly, with my experience working on radio, I got to meet a lot of big DJs like DJ Fresh, Cleo, Bojo Mojo, Black Coffee. And if there's one thing they said is that you should learn to stick in your field, but learn to be that multi-diverse person in your field. So you should be able to DJ, you should be able to work on radio, you should be able to produce, you should be able to MC and what.
Just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, you have to do a little bit of everything because they say that the arts field is so broad. We just tend to think that arts is arts, but it's not. It's a whole broad aspect. And say as long as you're in that department, utilize as many opportunities as possible.
Absolutely. DJ K-Boss, what has been the highlight in your career since you moved to Namibia?
I think my highlight was when Sally won a FREMA for Best Female Southern Africa.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was actually a big deal.
That was a big deal for me because I entered the song into their FREMAs. When it got nominated, I went over campaign. It was like it was my song. So
look at him just being like, listen here, guys, you need to vote. Did you vote? I'm taking your phone and I'm voting myself.
I literally went to UNAM, you know,
Yeah.
and I met this bunch of friends, and we went door to door knocking and making guys vote. And when she won, I felt that as a big achievement. As a producer, you know, and that time as the person who was managing Boss Madame Productions, that was really a huge achievement for me.
Okay, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, DJ K-Boss will be performing his first song. What do you have in store for us for your first little set?
I want to take guys on to that 38 album, the 38 EP, you know, just take them through the songs that I've produced for them to hear, get acquainted with. You know, before we move into the new phase of K-Boss, let me take them to where I last was.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is DJ K-Boss performing.
John loves football on GoTV, so he traded being a best man for being a best fan. Miriam stood her date up just for this matchup. Albert and his family had plans, but they couldn't miss this, and neither can you. Because this new football season, this is football worth watching. Get a GoTV decoder and 1 month of GoTV Max for only $349 to get all the football action. GoTV, live it, love it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was K-Boss as the DJ. Now we're going to strip down that little character and we're going to go into who the producer is. Do you like to call yourself Bosley as the producer? Or?
No, K-Boss. Anything to do with my music is K-Boss.
What's your full name?
Bosley Ambassador Kea.
Bosley Ambassador.
Yeah, but
Kea.
Yeah, spelled the way the French spell it, D-E-U-R.
Ambassador.
Yeah. My parents were trying to be all sophisticated. Like,
come on.
I don't know what they were thinking. Like just
okay, but here you are.
A normal African name would do, but
come on, not Akuku or something, right? Not the Ambassador. But thanks, Mom and Dad, for that very fancy name. Okay. You recently recorded a song and released a song with a young, talented lady called Esho from Eintlike.
Yes.
Tell me about the studio experience.
Esho is very, very talented. She's hungry, and she really wants this music thing to work for her. And that song, we recorded it in less than an hour. You know, like seriously. I know people say that, but we did that.
Guys, do you know what that is? That is what you call experience. In 1 hour, you make a hit like that?
I just played the chords, and while I was playing the chords, she started singing. And then she told me, just leave the chords like that. Don't add anything. So I left it like that, and then she just started singing through. And then I just added a few elements to it because it sounded good, as simple as it was. I
think that song did really well for you.
Yes.
And congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Okay, you worked with Slick Artie, Esho.
Yeah, Esho. Also Paige. I managed to fuse Paige and Sally on one song. I worked with Paradox, Don Kamati, KP Ilest, Fiston. I worked with Script. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. So how has it been from going from a DJ to actually producing your own work of art? I mean, I read in an article with an interview that you had recently that it took you 9 years to put this body of art together. Tell me about it.
You know, firstly, it's been a lot of in and out of studio. Secondly, it's been that thing of getting high on your own supply.
Yeah.
You know, you
Absolutely.
make a beat, you love the beat, and then an artist walks in and they say, I also like the beat, and then they show you the money, you're like, take the beat.
Take the beat.
Yeah, so a lot of beats that was supposed to be on my album or on the EP ended up belonging to other artists. So now I need to start doing my own thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I want to know, DJ K Boss, aka Boss Lee, what is that one moment in your career as a producer or a DJ that made you really appreciate specifically your ear? Because I think as a DJ and a producer, you really need the ear. What made you, what's that turning point in your career where you felt like, yo, I'm actually privileged to have this ear?
I would say it was when I was working with Script in studio. And, you know, he just has a different way of rapping. And as an engineer, if you ask every engineer around the world, they'll tell you there's certain artists they would just love to work on their vocals. And I think when I got Script's vocals and I started mixing the music, I felt like this is what I've been lacking all along, you know, is that one voice that works well with every plugin you work with, every mix setup that you put, any preset you put on is just magically working. And for me, I looked at it and I said, this is actually what I've been missing. And it got me to really appreciate how far I've come as a producer and an engineer, working with horrible talent.
Oh my gosh. Wait, we'll go into horrible talent just now. We need to touch a little bit on that.
So you have that talent that you're like, why am I wasting my time? And then finally you get this perfect voice. You know.
Like, this is what I wanted to
Exactly. And you find yourself mixing a song in less than an hour. The song is done. And you keep being paranoid. No, maybe I need to mix further, but it just sounds good.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have DJ K Boss with me right here, and he's going to perform his second set for us. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Roses are red and violets are blue. There is an apple of my eye and it's you. You know the term love is blind isn't true. Because when I look at love I see you. Better than what I could have thought. The best things in life are free, I agree. Cause you're better than what money could have bought. If it's a trap I was caught, but don't ever let go. No. And if you have doubt, then don't ever let it show. Water the love and then watch it all grow. Hey, and it's something we could both have. For you, I would swim, I would run, I would walk, I would steal a car. For you, I would go carry. To give you your love, there's not a path that I won't
access to all your favorite local and international shows wherever you go? Here's how. Head to showmax.com and click try for free for 14 days. Enter your email and create password. Choose your plan and payment method that suits you and start watching. You just opened up a whole new world of non-stop entertainment. Stream online or download the Showmax app to watch on your mobile or tablet, anywhere, anytime. Visit showmax.com now.
Yo, Shapuzet, it's your boy Tulisan, and you are joining us on the Eintlike Vibe TV show. Today, we've got the fun and games segment. As you can see, we are joined by DJ K Boss. Wash, How's it, my man?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Blind?
Can you see me? You can see.
John Cena right now.
Washa. Today's game, Shima Shinyanyenai, blindfolding her, we've blindfolded him. We want to find out how his senses can just shoot. The game's name is called Fancy Your Senses. Let's go. Are you ready?
What am I
Can you
doing?
give me your hands? So I'm going to hand you an item. I want you to tell me and the viewers, Kuchano, what is it? Yeah? Okay, here we go.
What is this?
Are you ready? No, I'm not going to hand you a snake or a scorpion.
Hey, bruh.
Okay, let's go. Don't worry. You can feel it with both your hands.
Okay.
You don't trust me?
No.
Feel.
No, I don't.
You need to tell me what it is. What do you feel, my brother?
Can I smell it?
Yeah? I don't know now. Hey, fancy your senses, my brother. Show us.
Smells of cigarette.
Huh? Are you sure?
Yeah.
No. It's not a lighter. You're not even close to it.
No, it can't be a lighter. Jeez, what is this?
My brother, you are handy. Tell us, Turukira. Must I tell you what it is?
No, not yet. Until I figure it out.
Ha. Din din.
It smells of cigarette. How can I not know what this is? I think it's something you use to hold your, what do they call them?
Din 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 din.
Let's see. It looks like a handy tool for your screws.
Yewe.
Huh?
Yewe, you're okay. If this was Vicky Varam, you are now close. Varam. You are very close. It's one of them. It's a holder.
Yeah, you use it to hold all the knobs that you connect to your screwdrivers, depending on the size that you want to use.
And what do we call those?
Allen
keys.
Allen keys, yes. One, yeah. Yeah.
Voila. More like
Allen
the same
key
thing.
holder.
I see you're a handy guy. You know your screws very well. If you say, the door is broken.
Yeah.
You are ready?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, are you ready for my second item?
No.
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 Okay. I'm going to give you my second item. Here we go. Here's our second item. You can hold it. Both hands. Feel it. Just tell me, what do you feel? What comes to your mind?
This is I think a slingshot. Yeah, this is a slingshot.
Washa.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever used one before?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
When you were a kid?
Yeah, until I heard someone, then I stopped.
All right. Third item.
How many items are we doing?
4.
Okay.
We are on our third. Are you ready for this one?
I don't trust you. Okay.
You don't trust me? That's a good thing, man.
No.
Yeah? You can't trust me on this segment. It's all about the fun. You never know.
Okay, this is a wallet.
This is a wallet.
Yeah.
What do you call a wallet in your language?
Huh?
What's a wallet in your language?
Kipofu.
Kipofu.
No, kipofi.
Oh, kipofi.
Yeah, kipofi.
Awe, I learned something new today.
Yeah, kipofi.
Yeah. Washa. Fancy your senses. I see K-Boss has got the game on lock, man. Yeah?
I don't trust this. What's the fourth one?
The fourth one.
That's where the
Din, 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 din. This is our fourth item. Let's find out.
Okay.
No, you have to trust me. I mean, we are on our fourth item and you still don't trust
Okay,
me.
this is a nail cutter.
Yeah, way.
Yeah.
Didn't take you long to figure that one out.
No.
I see. Yeah? Are you ready for our fifth item?
No, you said fourth.
All right. Yeah, well, this is Me, your co-host Tulisan, I'm joined by DJ K-Boss, and you are just logging into the Eintlike Vibe, the fun and game segment. Peace out.
I'm feeling so bad because of you. I have been arrested. We are trying to say to provide our kids with food, but the police, they come to arrest us.
I was literally apprehended in Independence Avenue. I mean, there was no prior communications with the police or with Bonn or Bang in Namibia. These guys literally just apprehended us on surprise.
And when you are talking in a manner that is exaggerated about brutality in this country, I should ask you in which country you live.
Yes, I can confirm that indeed there were 2 cell phones that were found after a search was conducted at the cells that the Fish Road accused us staying.
Do you understand the amount of money that the government has spent on the fight against COVID-19? Could they have spent 300 million on tracing people and managing people? Is that even possible?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. My name is Adora, and this is the Eintlike Vibe. We are doing a little different stuff today. It's not an artist performing, but rather a DJ, and definitely the turntable king, Bosley. So we were talking about all things juicy. Before. But I really want to know, as a Kenyan, and obviously also knowing the market in Kenya, East Africa, what do you think, as a Namibian industry, we can learn and take from the Kenyan music industry, or the East African rather?
I think the first thing is content, which like what you guys are doing now.
Yeah.
We need more of that.
Thank you.
The more content there is, the more platforms there is for artists to showcase their music or showcase their skills.
Yeah.
If we only rely on one show, unfortunately, not everyone can be catered for. And we also have to start looking at demographics. You know, we have to understand that there's different ages, and each generation has what they want and what they want catered for. In East Africa, that's what they do. You know, in East Africa, there's certain DJs who will be hired only within certain shows, certain events. You won't see them here at this event because it's not their age group. Whereas with here, it's a bit different, where you can find even a 20-year-old doing a gig for 40-year-olds. You understand? Which doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense because you don't really understand the age group's mindset.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 2, their population really helps them, you know. And one thing about East Africa is the unity in terms of how they view their arts. Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda, Burundi, Ethiopia, they look at it as one thing. You see, the thing with Namibia is we've been too much exposed by South African markets and what's happening. If you look, they control the networks.
Exactly.
And the one who controls the networks controls the culture, you will see. So until we get to that point where we have our own people placed within those networks in SA, placed in our networks in Angola, wherever, our music will always be considered inferior, no matter how good it is. You understand? In terms of, Namibians love, like the majority of the Namibian market love their cultural music, you see, which becomes a disadvantage when you're crossing over into the mainstream, because the mainstream are about that urban sound.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
And even when you go to SA, they do have their cultural music, they do have their Soul Brothers and that type of sound, but that's not what they push anymore. When if you want to watch Soul Brothers, you have to watch Mzansi Classics. That's where you will catch them.
Exactly.
Whereas with Namibia, you can put LMPC and Tatebuti in one basket, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because I mean, LMPZ and their styles are totally different.
Totally different markets. That's the problem we
So
have
now,
here.
DJ K-Boss, where can we find you? If I want to slide in your DM on Facebook and Instagram.
Everything is just at DJ K-Boss. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at DJ K-Boss.
Bookings, email address?
Email address is djkbossbookings@gmail.com. Yeah,
Is there something you're going to miss about Namibia? I mean, you said you're moving back.
Yeah, I'll miss a lot.
What will you miss? One thing.
The women.
This guy, the women. How about the food, Bosley? How about the food?
No.
Not really
I
the
don't
food?
think I will ever miss the food.
Guy matangara kappa. Okay, but honestly.
No. You need to eat East African food.
Okay, fine now. So clearly, Bosley is just teaching me a nice lesson that I haven't traveled enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was DJ K-Boss on this very special edition of the Eintlike Vibe. Please stay tuned as he will be closing off this segment with a little performance. Bosley, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I appreciate I could catch you before you left.
Thank you, and thanks to the whole team.
No problem. And we wish you all the best. Thank you for the impact you've had in the Namibian music industry.
I gon' make you feel it. I gon' make you feel it. Nothing up on weird things. See me doing wrong things. And everywhere I go now, they all shout out dirty. See, I like to lay low. If the test is a KO. Checking my account, I see you counting your allowance. Fans screaming it loud like whoa. And the greatest killer in my shit like and the fellas been breaking it down like whoa. And the ladies been flaunting my shit like I gon' make you feel it.